taking my time on this because I want to share this and let you compare that when we talk about his pain was, oh, he was relieved very well, so he must be very, very good person. And he is such, so in so much pain, so might be he's not a good person. We are not there to judge. Who knows? Who knows who is good and who is bad? And who knows how Allah, that transition is going to be. Hope and pray that whoever has gone, his transition is, or her transition was very good and or peaceful, and pray for ourselves that our transition would be very good as well, inshallah, one day. Okay, very important thing, you know, when the death didn't happen to among us and near to our family members, what we think is, oh, it can't be happen. No, 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 it's not going to be among us. No, 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 it can be happen maybe, but not us. At the moment, maybe we are very little. When we think about ourselves as, you know, maybe undergraduate, we are too little. First our great-grandfathers will die, then our grandfather will die, then our father will die, then my turn will come, isn't it? And then it's the same cycle. Then when our parents will die, then we start thinking about our death. But sometimes it can be happen that it's other way around, that parents are alive and the children goes away. So thinking about that in the time of, in the frame of the time, it's not possible. Allah has given the time of the death and the birth before even when the child is about to born, isn't it? Okay, important question. Who wants to go to Jannah? Because sister last time talked about Jannah. We all want to go, inshallah. But who wants to go? Who wants to die?
Yeah. The last time when I heard her talk, I was dead.
You want to die?
Oh, I didn't go to the
Some people wants to go Jannah, but no one wants to die.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Everyone wants to go to Jannah, but nobody wants to go from that door. They want something else happen to go to Jannah, isn't it? Yeah. So this is very interesting that they want every Muslim crave for that, yeah, destination. But how it's going to come, how it's going to approach, that is really difficult for us to think about, isn't it? Okay, now there is another hadith which is that death is a door and everyone shall pass it through this door. So this is very important, that it's a door. We have to open to see what's going to be there. Now the interesting thing, why are we so frightened of the death? Okay.
Because we are not ready to go.
Could be that one.
We didn't do any more work, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the scary thing, because we're gonna meet or not, and we don't have anything.
So we are not ready. Okay.
We are not ready.
We're thinking about the kids too.
Yeah.
Be a little bit bigger. Look after them. Okay.
It's also not knowing, the unknown.
That is so interesting. Fear of unknown. The biggest fear in the world is fear of unknown. Yeah. So psychologically, if we think about, in the middle of night somebody knock your door, what would be the first thing coming in your mind?
First thing.
About things bad. Oh, somebody burglar maybe or something. It's a bad thing, news. So that unknown fear is so powerful for us, isn't it? So that unknown fear is the fear which makes us stop not to think about that. Yeah. And that's why we actually stop our children not to think about it as well. I heard a very beautiful talk of Brother Noman Ali Khan, and he said about this thing, that why we talk about, when we talk to children, we always use the word if with the death. If we die, that this is going to be happen. If we die, this. Why we don't say when we die? So this is a chapter, isn't it, which is going to come at the end in any way. When I was talking to you to imagine this, the whole future, you are thinking about every important phase of your life, but you are not thinking about your ultimate destination, which is written, isn't it? And the important thing is, it's something which is a part of a plan in any way. You can't avoid. You can avoid maybe in 10 years, I don't know, God forbid, and if the children doesn't get married in next 10 years, or they will get married next 10 years, isn't it? But the plan of the death of yours is written, isn't it? So the thing which is written, we don't think about it. All plans are there. Every 10 years we are going to do this. We are going to have a bigger house. We are going to have a maybe Mercedes. We are going to have a bigger maybe, I don't know, version of the TV, we are going to have a bigger version of the better version of the smartphone or whatever. So, but this destination we don't think and we don't talk to children. So children, the fear of unknown, our ancestors gave it to us and we are giving it to our children. We don't talk about it, and Holy Prophet actually advised the people to talk about it openly, the death, yeah. And more we will talk about it to the children, more it will become a part of their system, their nature, yeah. So they will accept it that this is something we're going to go. Like for example, think about it. Okay, your husband tell you today that you are going to have a bigger house and you are going to move in next 5 days in a bigger house, yeah. And this is a big bungalow with a 5 bedrooms detached house. So you are excited, yeah. You're going to tell your children. How you're going to tell your children? Again, it's a fear of unknown. How you're going to tell your children now about this transition, this sudden, quick transition?
Very excited.
Okay, yeah. And now think about it. You are actually comfortable in this house, yeah?
Yeah.
The kitchen is better than that one house. You have seen. You are not very really touched by the house. The house is looking very artificial. This house is your home. You have settled down. You're not really keen on going because your husband is saying you are going. So you're half-heartedly doing it. Tell me now how you tell your children.
I will probably fake it. Still show them I'm excited, but inside I'm like,
Okay, so there must be some fakeness in that, and that will be going to the children as well. So the excitement which you will say, wow, we did it, we are going to bigger house, that will be a little bit artificial, and that's going to the children as well. So maybe the uplifting place which they should have the motivation, that will be a little bit settled down, isn't it? In the same way, when we talk about that, it's like kind of almost the word, okay, tell me, what is the word coming with you, that? Because everyone thinks differently about that.
It's a scary thing.
Scary, okay.
I think for me the most scariest thing is being alone.
Yeah.
Alone, yeah.
Because I think that's a journey I'm going to be taking by myself. I'm going to have no one. That's, for me, that's scary.
Loneliness?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
scary. It's really scary when you think about going somewhere, especially
For me, the death work name which comes now or recently to me is loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so losing someone. Yeah. So, but in a way, when we think in the other way now, because I was researching on this topic recently a lot. The word change is slowly changing its meaning, and that's when again as a parent, how we transmit it to the children. When we talk about the death, when we used to talk about the death in the home, it was again the scary loneliness, loss, yeah, kind of thing. So it was a very difficult for me to talk as a mother to my children because there was a kind of apprehensiveness, there was an anxiety within me, isn't it? So I was feeling anxiety. Why? How can I be okay talking about it, yeah? But recently when I have experienced someone losing, I talk about it and I think about that side, and I can think about, in Urdu we call it as Beka, where girls goes to go, their parent home, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it feels like my parent home is there, isn't it? Because one of my father went away, and yeah, so it's a part of my ultimate destination where I'm going to go, inshallah. The meaning changed, yeah? So because the meaning changed, I am feeling much better to talk about it, because it's not now unseen, because it's unseen for myself, but I can see the people experiencing it, isn't it? And then the second thing is, it's scary for myself maybe, but I'm hoping, so there's a light at the end of tunnel, yeah, this dark tunnel. So when I'm praying for my father, and when I'm hoping that, I'm praying for myself, and I'm hoping that there is a light, inshallah, at the end of the tunnel. So I can talk about that light along with when I'm talking to the children about this dark place that we are going to go, and there is going to be soil on the top of us, and we have been made with the soil, and we'll end up in the soil, and there is all the almi barzakh, which is kind of almost, it sounds like a waiting area Like you were waiting for your plane to be called. This your
Result.
yeah. So this is a waiting area for us where our members. So when I used to talk about it, it sounds scary, Ray, because I was feeling that feeling. Now when I'm talking from another point of view. It feels like it's our ultimate destination. It's a home. It's a home where we all have to go, isn't it? We have packed up our bags or not. We have to go, isn't it? So it's better to pack up the bag. It's better to be ready at any time, isn't it? The interesting bit is when we go to the bungalow, detached bungalow, in 5 days, inshallah, your husband is going to tell you the timing that in 5 days you are going. So you are packing slowly, isn't it? But if he comes in and he said, let's go, we are going to fight, you will say, oh my God, what I should pick up? Which thing I should pick up? And maybe the first thing, what you will think if that will come, what you will pick up? How?
Where's money? Where's my jewelry?
So you will pick up money and jewelry. Okay.
Where's my money?
Okay. Anything else you were thinking about in the emergency that you will pick up the house? Okay.
Your documents.
Your documents.
Yeah,
Okay.
Things like that.
Okay.
Oh, you don't think about anything else.
Where's passport?
Okay. Yeah.
You're on holiday. Yeah.
Okay. I'll pack up my children at least. That children should be along with me. But never mind. That's the thing. That's the thing. The thing is, whatever is important to you, you need to pack up that, isn't it? And for that destination, you don't even need to